What's up, guys?
It's Kiki.
And Carl, and welcome back to the Clinically Insane podcast.
Um, yeah, I don't even.
We have mics now. They're cute, they're fun.
And we hope that it tones out our fan a little bit because it's
Yeah,
pretty loud.
we noticed while editing that the fan, you can really hear it in some aspects, but in other aspects you can't.
Yeah, but anyways, I guess we'll get right onto the video.
Yeah. So when we were editing, we
Mhm.
kind of seen all of these orbs, and in my brain that they're ghosts.
Like they're like some sort of spiritual
Yeah.
something.
And that's why in parts of the videos you just see a caption that says ghost question mark.
Yeah, and then we ended up trying to count them, but there was just
There
so
was
many.
way too many to even count.
Yeah, it was.
And it's also just so odd because my house is incredibly haunted and we're filming at my house. My house is literally incredibly haunted. Like the half of the house that we're filming in right now was built in the 1800s. So
Yeah, but that all kind of just reminded us that we have some ghost stories, and I think we would like to share them because they're kind of cool. Because we started talking about them during the editing, and they just kind of kept coming to us. So yeah, I guess we'll probably just talk about some ghost
yeah, we just
stories.
wanted to share with you our personal ghost stories that we have experienced ourselves.
Hmm.
So, the first ghost story that I'm going to talk about was I had a friend once early on in high school, I want to say grade 9 or 10, and we all went to the park in my town. And um she like had the abilities to like sense people, like spirits and ghosts and all that, and she could we were just like for the fun of it we were just like, oh, is there any ghosts at the park with us? And she turns to me, looks me dead in the eyes, and goes, yeah, your great grandfather is standing right behind you smiling at you.
Scary, but so.
But so heartwarming because like I instantly started bawling, like I wanted to cry thinking about it. You can
Yeah.
probably tell in my face. But because he was my best friend, like he was my neighbor, so we were always over there. Yeah, you can tell I'm starting to cry. We were always over there, and he was my best friend.
They have one of the most iconic pictures ever fishing. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know why I'm crying. It's fine. Like
It's okay.
he passed away.
It's been a few
seven.
years now.
It'll be 7 years in December.
Mhm. Yeah.
My great grandmother is still alive and doing very well, though. Love her to death. Well, not very well.
I did a face.
As well as she can for a 90-year-old woman who lost her husband 7 years ago.
Well, and honestly, if you think about it, he's in a better place. I know everyone says that, but
Oh, he is for sure. He was kind of going downhill after his hip replacement
mhm.
and then passed of congestive heart failure.
Yeah. So that's painful.
Oh yeah.
Especially trying to get over that. Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
And grandma and grandpa were together. She was 14
Yeah.
when they got together. So that's literally all her life.
That's so cute.
14 when I think they got married. I don't know. It was the 1950s, 40s. It was the 40s.
They were worried about other
40s, early
things.
50s. It was normal back then to get married at such a young age.
Mhm. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's just usually sometimes when I talk about him, it just gets me.
That was just I did. Sorry,
That's okay.
that was weird. But yeah, no, that was kind of like similar to some of mine, but I'm gonna keep mine kind of PG, except for my main guy.
Main guys.
My main.
I have a main girl, so.
See, the difference between Carly and I is that she can hear them, she can feel them. I don't know why I'm flipping you off right now. she can like do all that. I can see them. So my last person is going to be the one that I've kind of mainly have all my life. But right now, I'm going to talk about. So I was hanging out with my friend, and there was this guy. He picked us up because we were all supposed to hang out.
Yeah.
So he picked us up, and then I ended up having to get out of the car, which was fine. We were at a park.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care. I just went and hung out at the park. And all of a sudden the car was gone. So I was like, okay, I'm on my own. Luckily my friend's house was like just down the road, so it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I started walking away and I thought I saw a homeless guy. And I turned around and I did see someone. But it started like going like this to me,
Okay.
like his body. It's just
Yeah.
started going slowly to me. So I was like, okay, this is weird. And then I saw a raccoon, so I instantly was like, raccoon, let me go play with it. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what
Everybody
it
wants a
is.
raccoon.
I want a raccoon so bad. I love raccoons. But so I turn around and I start running away because I visibly see that this thing is like close to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to go. So I start running and then we get to the LCBO. I don't know if I can say that, but I don't care.
I think you can, yeah.
I end up running to the LCBO because you know how there's like the one street that she lives on and then the one after that.
Yeah.
The LCBO was like right along that area.
Mm-hmm.
So we got there. I say we because a raccoon followed me.
Okay. Period.
Yeah. Right. Great. So I get there and then I turn around and when I was running to start off, it wasn't like it wasn't running, but it was following me.
Okay.
But then I get there and it's right beside me. Like I could feel it. Like it was right here and I looked and then it was gone. Like I could feel a presence and then it was gone.
Jesus.
Yeah, apparently I don't even know what happened because the next thing I know, I'm getting a call from my friend and I'm at the park. Like I almost never left.
Oh my god, it's like that. It's giving in one of Sam and Colby's videos, the Hotel del Coronado. I totally botched that, whatever. Where the worker tells a story about how he put the bill under the door. He walked away, but he was still there.
Yeah, well, and like I don't watch Sam and Colby anymore.
Yeah.
Just like I used to when I was younger, but I just don't watch them anymore. Sorry, I was checking the battery of this.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, so it was so weird though because I was out of breath from running
Oh.
because I have asthma.
Yeah.
So I was out of breath from running, but I was still exactly where I was.
That's actually insane.
And the raccoon was never there. But there was like a new bag of garbage. So I don't actually know how long I was out for. Like I have no idea. Because when I ended up going back to my friend's house, she was in her room sleeping. Yeah.
What?
So weird. So I don't know. I'm also like a chronic sleepwalker. And I can see a lot of my stuff when I'm sleeping because it's not like dreams or anything. Because like I do dream, but like this was so different. And I haven't left a house in years sleepwalking.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be my favorite activity. But I walked back in the house and I went upstairs and she was there and I was like,
That's so odd.
like what do I do?
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, that's my first ghost story, I guess.
So my next ghost story is one that has happened most recently. I want to say it was like a month or two ago. Sorry, excuse me. So I was sitting in my room, which is just across the hall, and I was alone. Nobody was home yet. Everyone was still at work. I checked everyone's locations because I have everyone's Snap locations that's in this house.
Me too.
I checked everyone's locations. Nobody was home. And then out of nowhere, I hear, "Hey, is anyone home?" Or I don't remember if it was is anyone home or can you come here? But it sounded exactly like my mom.
So, hold on. My next question is, did you go to the boys?
Immediately what I did was texted my man. And I was like, nobody's home and I just heard my mom yelling for me.
Mm.
Like, hey, are you home? Hey, can you come here? And he was like, what? He
Mhm.
was like, grab your baseball bat. I have a baseball bat in my room just in case someone breaks in. Priorities. And he was like, grab your baseball bat, go downstairs. Because my first thought was intruder, because I heard the door shut and everything.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I'll do that. But instead of a baseball bat, just in case it was my family, I grabbed my knife
Her
and I
cuz
and I held it the right way
yeah.
and went downstairs and nobody was home. What?
So you
Yeah.
went to it.
Yeah, I went down to the dining room
Right.
and did a little spin.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, so basically my family is very spiritual, so I'm just going to tell you something cuz I didn't know about this.
Hmm.
So, basically there's like the difference between spirits that are good and that
Oh yeah,
are
I know the
bad.
left and the right. Yeah, I know
Right.
all that.
So basically, the bad spirits, because I don't want to use the word fucking demonic.
I mean, you can.
I guess, yeah. But I don't like, so basically, like the demonic spirits, they will take someone that you know and use their voice, use their identity, all of that extra stuff to open up
Mm,
something for more to come in.
right.
So basically, what you did is you gave them a key and said, welcome, by going downstairs because that showed that A, you were home, B, you you almost accepted their greeting. It's really weird, I know. But you accepted their greeting. So you might end up with more situations like that.
Mm.
Because I answered I was downstairs at my house. This is not my house at all. This is her house. I just happen to live here like 7 days a week. But
Literally.
yeah, so I was at my new house and I heard a knock on my door and I was just in the bathroom. So you know my hallway, there's a
Yeah.
bathroom and then I just come around. So I went and then I thought it was my Pure Later guy because we order everything.
Yeah.
Like whatever. So I thought that it was my Pure Later guy because the guy's knock sounded the same. I instantly ran
The
downstairs.
little doo doo.
Yeah.
The
I
yeah.
instantly ran downstairs because A, it was 11:30. My mail doesn't come until like 1 or 2. He's never early.
Yeah.
And when I went upstairs when my dad got home from work, there was nothing.
Right.
But he also knows that I'm constantly home alone, or that my brother and sister and I are always constantly home alone. So he has his own knock for us, so that we know it's just him and not to worry. And the dogs even know it now. But I just wanted to let you know, like, if something like that happens again, no.
I mean, I already have an attachment, so
I mean, yeah, me too, but it's still,
still pretty bad, I guess.
yeah, well, because my attachment, I don't think of him as like a bad one.
Oh, I don't think of my main girl as bad either.
She a
She's
baddie.
my homie.
She a baddie, but she not
Literally.
bad.
Literally.
Right. Okay, so sorry about my little rant there. That went a little overboard, but for my next ghost story, I've been driving for quite a bit now. I'm 18. I got my G2 right on like right around my birthday. My G1, same kind of thing. No. I got my G2 like 8 months after because I did the driver's
Mhm.
test. Whatever. But so I've been driving for quite some time And there was one night after dance, because we used to dance competitively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving home, and oh my gosh, I can like re-see it right now. Anyways, so I was driving and it was pitch black, but next thing I knew, there was like a black figure in the road. This was a night that I was driving you home too, because we did that like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was driving you home too. I don't know if you noticed this or anything like that, but there was a black figure. So I was like, okay, A, creepy, B, what the heck is going on? So I just kind of swerved a little bit, acted like it was a pothole, whatever. I honestly just thought it was a pothole, and the shadow made like, because you know how
Sometimes it can look longer from the
long,
street lights. Yeah.
exactly. So I just thought it was maybe a pothole or something. But then I looked in my mirror because I wanted to make sure that there was like an animal or something like that. But I looked in my mirror, my sister was in the back. My
What?
sister is not dead.
No. She's very much alive and well.
Very much my favorite human ever.
She's our biggest supporter, literally.
Literally.
I love her so much. I know you're watching.
I know you're
I love
watching.
you.
We love you so much, Pookie. But no. Yeah. Because, like, okay, when you hit the bird, or was it a raccoon? I don't even
Owl.
know.
I
Owl.
hit an
It was an
owl.
owl. But when you hit that, you automatically, I'm assuming, looked in your mirror.
No.
Oh.
No, because it was winter time and it was dark and it was a snowy owl.
Mm. Balance.
So basically, the owl swooped in front of my truck when I was driving down a back road. Obviously, you can't do much. An owl goes how fast? Can't do much. So I ended up hitting it with my front bumper. I drive a truck, by the way. I
In a
immediately
car.
start screaming curse words. When my boyfriend also screamed because it was like jump scare.
Jump
Because there was a
scare.
truck in front of us too. There was a truck in front of us, then us. So the truck in front of us must have scared it, and then it came swooping down on the tree, or it was hunting because it swooped. And we were both like, ah! Screamed because it literally just went whoosh. And then
Yeah.
I started screaming curse words because I was worried about my truck. I was worried about my truck. And fun fact, it did break the most of my grill ever. Because I have a plastic grill because it's a truck.
I
And
don't
it,
think grammatically you made any sense there.
what do you mean? It's a grill, like the grill of the truck?
No, we'll watch that back. I
Whatever. So my grill is so cracked, like from one side to the other and down. And the middle, the symbol, the Ford symbol of my truck is not. It's just not.
yeah.
And so immediately I am still driving. I was doing like 80, so I was driving pretty good. And then I slow down. I don't brake check the person behind me though. Like I slow down and pull over, do a U-E, come back, and it was oops.
But yeah, anyways,
Sorry. Sorry.
I brought it up. But no, like, have you ever done something where you're instantly like, oh, I should check that?
Like when I had my car and I hit my raccoon.
Right.
Yes.
So
And you were right behind me.
I was double homicide. Oh my god. This girl hits a raccoon, doesn't finish the job, I guess.
How was I supposed to finish the job, make a U-E and finish?
I just figured you would have hit him in one shot, but
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either until I felt my butt go, whoa! And I was like, what? I just watched it start spiraling out of my car.
That was my first time hitting an animal, and
She
I
started
bawled.
bawling.
I bawled because I love raccoons so much. I think they're adorable. I bawled my eyes out because it was a pregnant one. It was pregnant.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
Back to
yeah.
my story. We're getting so sidetracked. But no. So basically, I looked in my mirror and I saw her. But she had like the same body that she has now, but the face of when she was like 4.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. She's 12 right now, and it just does not make sense.
no.
So I'm like, what? What's going on? And then she smiled, blinked, blinked again, and on the third blink, she was gone. And I was like, I'll see you at home.
That's insane.
So weird. But that's what I mean when they take on forms of things that you like or think people that you know. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
All the time when I'm driving on like at night
Mm-hmm.
or driving anywhere at night,
Mm-hmm.
I will see figures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it'll like they'll play mind tricks on me and like they'll run across the road. And I'm like, oh, oh,
I
I
don't
almost,
stop.
almost swore. I was like, oh,
I did swear, so we're gonna have to cut it
oh,
out.
okay. I was like, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like they make themselves look like some of them are black. If they're all black, I know that it's what it is.
But sometimes they take forms of like
Yeah.
big animals
Sometimes,
or actual
yeah.
humans.
Yeah. I see that all the time. And I'm just like, this is not good. Because I
No.
only see it at nighttime.
Well, for example, you, me, and then my brother. I guess both of my brothers.
Yes.
The 4 of us. I can't remember if our other friend was in the car or not. We were going into town. I can't remember. But we ended up taking a back road. And I had a deer jump out in front of my car. But you and I were already talking about weird stuff that had been happening that day. And yeah, I mean, that road is common for deer, but it wasn't common in the area that it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where all of the houses are and stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't normally chill right there. Like, normally it's like
By
down
like
the
the
road.
water and like by
Yeah.
the like more of the woody areas.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're getting into my attachment. Her name is Sophia. Um, so basically where her like origin started was my dad. I thought he was messing with me all the time when I was a little kid. But we had this like hallway before we tore one of our wall downs. It was like a hallway in the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my dad would always like, I thought he was messing with me. Turns out he wasn't. He would always say, "Oh, like I seen a little girl walking down the hall last night," and I'd be like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." And then it eventually got so bad to the point where he looked at me dead in the eyes and went, "The little girl that I see was standing over your mother while she was sleeping last night." And I went, "Swear on mom's life right now that you're not lying."
Swear right now.
I was like, "Swear on everything." He was like, "I swear."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, so she's real." So then I got my friend, the one from the great grandpa story. She was here, and that's kind of when I was like, "Is she real?" And she said yes. And Sophia, I guess, likes me so much because the room where I stay, sleep, my bedroom,
The room where I stay.
my humble abode, was her bedroom when she was here. And the way she passed away, trigger warning,
I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning for mine too.
trigger warning. Um, her older brother's best friend raped her, and then she ended up dying. So, and the reason why she was sorry, that's so off topic. Not really. The reason why she was standing over my mom she said was because my mom looks exactly like her mom did, which I find so scary.
Well, so kind of bringing back what I said about how you can't really see them.
No, I can't see them.
No, like you can
Like
see the
I'll see
figures.
flashes sometimes.
Like you see the orb stuff.
Yeah.
I can see them.
Yeah.
So when I tell you that that makes 100%
Can you tell me what
sense,
she looks like?
yeah.
Because I know she's a little girl. She's about between the ages of 6 and 8.
Okay, so she looks like she's around like 6.
Yeah.
She kind of looks she kind of looks like, can we just cut the name that I'm about to say and I
Yep.
go like this?
Yep. Okay.
Mixed with a hint of you,
Okay.
which is really odd because when I first saw her, I instantly was like, okay, this is bizarre because I like just kind of woke up.
Mhm.
Because so for me, I can feel their presence before I see them.
Yeah.
So if they don't want me to see them, then I don't.
Mhm.
But sometimes they just don't care, or sometimes I manage to just see them. But it was kind of like one of those things where I felt like something was on me or on you because we sleep in the same bed. We're not weirdos. Um, right? Like literally whatever.
We're just girls.
Exactly. But I felt cold. Your room is it's a freaking sauna. Like but like you know what I mean? Like your room is hot.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is not normal. And it was summer. I was like, this is not normal for it to be this cold. And I like open my eyes and all of a sudden she just kind of like comes like this. And I could see her just moving down right in front of my face. And I was like, okay, all right. She's actually really freaking cute though. She's actually
That
adorable.
makes me so sad for her.
She had so basically she has like really dark brown hair, almost darker than yours,
Okay.
but it's not black.
Mhm.
But she has that and then she has naturally like lighter brown highlights. And then she has greenish blue eyes. She's pale skin. But no, when I tell you she looks exactly like the girl I just said mixed with you, like if you guys had a baby.
That's
It
scary.
scared me because honest to God, like in the state of me just waking up, I honest to God thought you were on top of me. I was like, what are we doing here? And then I realized that you would have started talking.
Yeah. I would have been like, "Hey,
She just kind
Pookie."
of went, she just kind of like looked over at you, looked back at me, and went, and I was like,
I'd poop my
I
pants.
was like, am I safe? Like,
You're safe. She has all good intentions.
oh yeah, she just has a bit of a temper,
Oh yeah. Like
which I've even noticed.
the friend that I had over also told me that she wants to keep me safe and out of trouble and stuff. And I was like, okay,
Good
whatever.
luck, Sophia.
Yeah, literally. But I was like, okay. And then like maybe 2 weeks after that whole interaction happened,
Mm.
I can hear someone, like I'm standing at the bus stop. It was in high school, grade 10, I believe. Yeah, it was grade 10.
Mhm.
And
Because I think we just became
yeah,
friends. Yeah.
I hear someone walking behind me. I turn around. There's nobody there. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay. Sophia followed me to the bus stop. She just wanted to make sure I got across the highway safe. Whatever.
Mhm.
I am on the bus. Everything's normal. I get to school. Rainbow Stair, the hallway that goes to. I was walking in that hallway.
Mhm.
No one was in the hallway below. No one was in the hallway with me. No one was outside in that little pathway.
Yeah.
I hear 3 knocks on the window. I whip my head and I go to the part where like the pathway turns. Nobody was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Sophia came to school.
Mhm. I can also tell you right now, if she wasn't unalived, or like if she hadn't, you know,
Yeah.
she was definitely a kid from like the 60s or 70s. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt.
That's crazy.
Because she also talks.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, she uses lingo that my parents use
Mm.
and my grandparents. So she's definitely like an older one.
Okay.
Not as old as mine, but older. She also wears a little dress.
I did know that. I did know that she wore a dress.
She wears a cute little pink dress with white polka dots.
I love that for her.
And you know, like the weird, like, oh my gosh, they're like little slide shoes, but with like the little strap, and
Yeah.
they're kind of like shiny. Yeah.
Mm.
But I knew about the grape before you even told me because the first thing she ever said to me, so her laying on top of me was my first experience with
Yeah.
her. The next day, maybe not, maybe it was like a week after, something along that time period. I was upstairs because I think you went to the washroom. And she just magically appeared again. And she was like, I know I don't have my tights on right now. Someone took them.
Right.
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 So she was fully well conscious,
Yeah.
which makes me so sad
Yeah.
for her. I don't know. It was a very sad situation. But following you to school makes almost sense for me because I feel like she also wanted to experience that because, like I said, she's like 6 or
Yeah. She
7
probably
years
wanted to
old.
be like, I'm coming to school with you for the
I'm a
day.
cool kid, but yeah. I remembered seeing his picture before and I was like, just so you know, she misses you.
Stop. Stop.
He just smiled and then he went away. So I assume he came back here.
Stop.
It's okay, Pookie. Pookie!
Damn, I didn't know this would be this hard.
Okay, guys, so basically, Carly and I, after, like, when we cut, we ended up having a really heart to heart conversation. So she's really emotional right now.
I'm fine.
She's good.
I'm
It's
fine.
just, I told her some things and it kind of just got to her. So, but, anyways, so that's kind of the introduction to Carly's ghost. She's a sweetheart. Love her. Now I guess I'm gonna talk about mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, my ghost name is Michael. He's 4 years old, and he's he's kind of a mix. He has a lot of hate in his heart because of the time frame that he lived in. So he has a lot of hate, but he also is like now trying to show love. He's been my ghost for years now. Like I had him.
Since your old house, right?
Yeah. Like I had him, I think when I started seeing him when I was 5. Like you know how everyone has their imaginary friend that they play with?
Mm-mm.
Mine was actually like alive and there. Well, not alive, but he was actually there.
Yeah.
But so basically, Michael grew up in the time of World War II, and he was a little Jewish boy. So his mom, knew everything that was happening. He died in, I believe it was either 44 or 45. It was something like it was something along those lines, like the end of the war. Something like that. And they managed to like move somewhere else, but the German people, the Nazis were coming anyways. So his mom unalived him in a bathtub so that he wouldn't have to go through that, and then she unalived herself. But since the time frame of everything, she um she didn't think that they had another way out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first saw Michael, it was really weird because he looked Like he looked malnourished. He looked like all of this extra stuff. He still does. I mean, he can't really change it now. I've just grown used to it.
Yeah.
But um he has done a lot of actions that have caused like actual physical pain. Like well, for example, I was having a shower and all of a sudden, I think I was like probably like, oh god, it's probably like 8 or 9.
Okay.
And I was having a shower. And my mom always used to start my showers for me and then whatever. So that she knew that it was going to be an okay temperature for me. So
Yeah, it
maybe
would
I was
not
younger
burn your
than
skin
that.
off.
Yeah, so maybe I was a bit younger than that because I think I started doing that myself probably when I was 8. But next thing I know, I go to get in the shower and it's blasting heat. Like just blasting. And it's because I didn't leave my door open for him. Because I went and like I got out of the shower when I was done, and then I went back to my room and my door was closed, and I normally had to leave it open.
Mm.
So he's very much about karma, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like I've learned, but now that I guess he started coming around when he was like kind of like a new spirit. I don't know if that makes sense, but he came around when he was a new spirit. So now he kind of like can do whatever he wants. Like I can leave my door closed and it's fine.
Yeah.
But I've woken up with like scratches and bruises all over my body. Like the bruises on my shins. I don't have any other way of getting them.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like I've woken up to my vanity chair being thrown across my room. I've woken up to my TV being on. So basically my TV in my room is like an all English TV. Like I don't have any other languages, maybe French. But like there's no other way for me to get different languages unless I like do something.
Yeah.
I went on to my TV the following morning because I fall asleep to Family Guy. Love it.
Me too.
But I woke up the following morning and I went to go and put my show on, Big Mouth, because love it.
Yeah.
It was in German.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And really weird, but so do you remember when we had our first fight like a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. He absolutely despised what was happening so much to the point where like I had stuff of ours that I kept just because I'm that type of person. I like
Yeah.
trinkets and shit. It was broken. Like I had pictures of us ripped in half.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's intense.
And I think the even weirder part is you know how for our grade A grad pictures and stuff like that, like the giant folder with everyone,
Yeah.
how it flips, the sticky note was over your face when I opened it.
The sticky note saying that was yours? Mm.
I don't know if he was mad at me in the situation or if he was mad at you in the situation or X thing. I don't know.
Mm.
But he like was visibly upset.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a crazy one.
Like, and since he's so young, it's almost like he throws temper tantrums. But I think he has the same thoughts as Sophia. So when I'm upset, he's also upset. But he hasn't done anything like recently that's been too bad. But I kind of like made a written rule for him and I because I was like, okay, I'm done with you coming into my room when I have people over. It's creepy because then I just start blanking out and staring at you,
Yeah.
and people think I'm just hallucinating or like going weird. Like I'm staring at you.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. So I wrote down on a piece of paper and I was like, hey, you can come in once, but you need to not come in after that if I have people over. And he listens. He comes in once, makes sure everything's okay, and then leaves. So weird, though. So weird.
That's insane that he would just do all of that.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of us being friends again. at all. I didn't give a. I didn't care though. I don't care.
Michael, what the heck, man?
What the heck? Go see Sophia. Go make a girlfriend or something.
Sophia, maybe she's traumatized by boys.
Maybe he's traumatized by women.
Dang.
Ugh. Then why are you coming to me? Go see my brother. Don't come to me. I love him though.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Sorry about all of that. We just kind of want to talk to you a bit about how our ghosts have done certain things that aren't necessarily acceptable. My sweater is all the way up. Sorry. About how they've done things that are kind of weird, not really normal, but we've experienced them, so we might as well just share it.
Yeah. So the first and only time that Sophia has ever caused harm to me, she didn't mean to, but it did. It was a few days, maybe even the day after my ex broke up with me. I was still wearing the necklace he had bought me, and Sophia, it felt like choked me, but she was just trying to rip the necklace off to say, no, no,
Mhm.
no more necklace. So I did end up taking the necklace off that night and threw it in the river the next day.
And then she was completely
She's
fine.
completely fine. She hasn't done anything since. They probably heard that buzz. Sorry, my phone's going off.
That is too, but it's okay. It's been going off.
Literally.
But yeah. It's so weird that they know stuff like that though.
Yeah. Like, he was rarely here. Like,
Mm.
I would mainly hang out at his house.
Mhm.
So it's like, what's going on here? But she probably followed me
Mhm.
and heard me talking to like you on FaceTime about him and stuff like that, probably too.
Yeah. Well, cuz I can already tell she doesn't have any bad intentions. Like if she ever did anything that you weren't comfortable with, she didn't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
But um that's so weird.
Yeah, it really caught me off guard. I was like, whoa.
Cuz I would like that like straight up would have choked you like cuz it was like a chain like this. It was just a
Yeah,
chain.
but my necklace didn't move. It felt like she moved like my vocal cords to the side.
Mm.
It felt like that's how hard she choked me. It was just like she moved. Mm, so beyond weird. But I ended up taking the necklace off and she hasn't done anything to me since.
It works. Okay. So for my ghost, they definitely heard that one. I felt that one. Sorry. We're trying to get used to the microphones and I keep swallowing and it's just you can hear it. I know you can.
Oh my god.
But so like I said, my little boy is very hateful and he was is almost jealous. So I have a pet cat. His name is Bentley. I love him so much. Um, but Bentley has been there. No, Michael was there first, and then I got Bentley.
Mhm.
So him and I used to play all the time together, and then, well, as a little kid, you get a cat or an animal, and you're instantly like, oh my god.
Oh my god, an animal.
So I woke up one night to meowing because Bentley used to sleep in my room with me, and he was locked in my closet
Uh,
behind my dresser.
uh, huh?
Mind you, he was a kitten,
Right.
right? Yeah. And I couldn't go into my closet because, okay, I've always been a really short person. I genuinely couldn't reach the handle for my closet. Don't laugh at me. Don't even think about it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It got to the point where my parents had to take the door off because I was like 7 years old, not being able to get clothes out. What?
Nothing, I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking off into the distance.
The judge is crazy. But yeah, so I knew I couldn't have done it. Even if I was sleepwalking, I would have had to have like brought a chair over
Yeah.
to reach it. So I was like, whatever. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Benny was just in my closet behind my dresser. And I don't know how he managed to get behind my dresser. I think there was room back there before. So maybe he was like just trying to get away.
Yeah.
But my parents tucked me in with him. So he was out of the closet before I went to
Mhm.
bed. And no one goes in my, like, who's gonna go in a child's closet when they're sleeping?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Unless you're like 15. Then I get it. Whatever. Unless you're a Snoopy parent.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if you're a Snoopy parent and you're going through your kid's closet, like that's
Yeah,
your
but at such a
own.
young age, then it's just like, why bother risk waking them up and ruining your night?
Right? I'll start crying and then
Yeah.
good luck. But yeah, so that was probably like one of my more mellow incidents. But I guess like the most problematic one that I've ever had was, I can't remember what he used, but I woke up standing on my chair in Oshawa.
Yeah.
But I woke up standing on my chair with something around my torso. And I was like, this is so weird. So weird. This was like before we moved too. So I was like 12 years old. And I was like, this is so weird. What is happening?
Yeah.
He was mad that we were leaving the Oshawa house. So he tried to trap me in my room. Like he tied me to my chair in my Oshawa house. And I woke up with like scratches all over my body, bruises all over my body. I had a bruise right here. I had a cut right here. Because he
What?
wrestled my body to get me there.
What?
Yeah. Because he didn't want me to move.
Sophia choking me seems like a breeze.
That is not a breeze. Imagine being choked and you don't know why. You're like, tap, tapping out, tap.
Well, it was like for like not even 5 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, it just felt like she put like so much pressure that it just like moved my vocal cords and like it was like a
I felt like Flynn Rider being hauled up by
but
Rapunzel's
yeah.
hair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how I felt.
That's intense.
It was shirts and pants wrapped around me. I was like, I
Bro
looked,
couldn't even find a rope.
I looked down and I was like, right. It's 3 in the morning. What are we doing here?
Bro couldn't even find a rope.
Bro couldn't find a rope. I just thought it was crazy because he's like 4 years old.
But like maybe he had seen stuff like that because of
The circumstances that he lived in.
yeah.
I think so. Because it's also like, how's a 4-year-old gonna know how to do that?
Yeah. It was probably because of the time.
Well, and also like there was a whole bunch of propaganda when he was younger, right? And like
Yeah.
some of the pictures on it were absolutely disgusting.
Mhm.
So,
Hold on. I wonder if you could find Michael in one of the pictures.
hmm?
I wonder if you could like find Michael in one of the propaganda pictures from World War II. Okay, so she ended up Google searching a little bit. Stop breathing into the mic. She ended up Google searching a little bit and then gave up.
Yeah.
No pictures of Michael were found yet. But I have one more ghost story. It's not like a violent one or anything, and I don't know if it's Sophia.
Okay.
Um,
Was I here?
what?
Was I here?
Yeah, I was here.
Was I here?
No,
Oh.
I was home alone again.
Oh.
So I was downstairs, I think making a fried egg sandwich. Those were so bomb this morning,
So
by the way.
bomb.
Anyways, I was making like a fried egg sandwich or something. I don't know. And I could just hear someone whispering in my ear, but it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Unintelligible or something like that. Unintelligible is not the word. Inaudible?
Inaudible? Like you couldn't make it out?
Yeah, it was like basically like mumbles, but it was like a man's voice. But like I know ghosts can like change their voices and stuff like that.
Did it sound sexy?
No, no.
Oh.
I sound like an old man. Oh, for you maybe. Jesus Christ. But no, so yeah, I was just making food and then I just heard like a whisper and then like a whoosh and like the whoosh of wind. Get that, young girl? The whoosh of wind was so like whooshy,
Flamboyant.
prominent that like it moved some of my hair.
Like
No, like a little bit stronger than that. Right. No.
I moved your eyelash.
Right. Like as if I was standing like a little closer to the fan. Why are we laughing?
Just the way you. No. It's like.
But no, it's like sorry, I just totally just went right on the mic. I'm keeping that in. Loser.
Hello, is that her? Anyways, a gust of wind.
Yeah. And then like I looked around and just kept on making my eggs.
What else are you supposed to do? Stop your food? The girl was hungry.
Where are you?
Where are you? Where are you? I can't believe that.
We're getting into like the goofy times, but it's fine.
I have one more.
Get that story, girl.
I have one more story. So basically, I was hanging out with my sister. She was 12 years old. She is 12 years old.
She's currently 12 years
Yes.
old.
Yes. So we were hanging out, and next thing I know, she's there, but she's not.
What?
Right? Because I was started talking to her. Because it was like one of the.
I had to burp.
Can we leave that in?
We can leave that in, yeah. I just didn't want to be like, I just didn't want to belch right into the mic.
I wish you did. But no, we were.
Maybe we'll get my brother to belch right into one of the mics. Shout out last video. Go watch it. Alright.
But no, so I went to go and talk to her because we were watching TV. I turned to talk to her, and she didn't start talking to me.
Okay.
Weird though, because you know Sherman. Name drop. I guess we could leave that. That's a nickname.
Sherman is nowhere near her real name, so I think it might be alright.
Well, so okay, fine. I'm just gonna start calling her Sherman in my stories then. But basically, Sherman was like, just like straight face, like, imagine trying to talk to me, like start talking to me, and I'm gonna pay you no mind.
Hey girl. That's all I got.
What is like? Isn't that odd though?
Yeah.
Because she instantly would have been like, bam, right in your face. I miss you. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's really lovey dovey when she wants to be. But I was like, what is going on? So I kept talking to her, and this went on for like 10 minutes. And then I hear her call out from her room, and she was like, "Hey, I'm in here. I'm watching my show. What do you want?" And then I looked back. There was nothing. Just me. And we've watched a movie and a half together now. Me and whatever was there. Because I thought Sherman was there.
Me and whatever was there.
Which makes sense. Like, I literally made us popcorn and it didn't eat it. Name drop. Sherman loves popcorn.
I feel like, but like, who doesn't love popcorn though?
But she didn't eat any of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your toe is right above my water bottle, so yeah, I'm gonna end up grazing it when I'm reaching for it.
Joke's on you, I'm gonna do it. But she was just like,
I'll throw up on your pillow.
I'll your eyes.
Good luck. Highly doubt I'm gonna let that happen.
Highly doubt I'll be able to let that happen. I can't even pee in front of you. But no, I was just like, isn't that so odd? Like,
yeah,
imagine
so
watching a movie and a half. We were literally watching a grown-ups marathon.
Yeah.
And like a movie and a half and nothing. And then I started talking to her because I was like, okay, like I'm eating, you're not, what's going on? So I just start talking to her and I'm like, hey, like, do you want some of this? Blah 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 blah. Nothing. And then I got louder, and then that's when Sherman yelled at me, I'm in my room. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I know it got a bit chaotic in the end there, but
just like the last video, leave us any comments if you guys have any critiques or anything like that.
Sherman will be waiting for your comment.
Yes, we will be waiting for your comment, girl. But we are fully open to critiques and suggestions on what you guys prefer, what you guys want us to do, blah blah blah.
And I guess with that, we'll see you in the next one. Yeah? What the balls?
Dad just got home. Alrighty, guys. So
Anyways,
it's a perfect time to stop filming before all the ruckus comes in the house.
all right.
Alright. We'll see you next week. Peace.